Okay, guys. Hello, YouTube watchers. I forgot to film again, but I went back up there. It's been a couple of days, obviously. I went and I got the fuel injection hose. So I got the delivery and return hose hooked up to the tank back there. And I forgot to film, but I tried to crank it. It sounded like it was building pressure. I forgot to film, but every time I would try to turn it over, it would fire up for like 1 to 2 seconds, just like a broom, then stop. And then one time I got it to be like broom, boom, 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 then stop. And then every time after that, it was just like broom and stop. Just like I'd turn it over, broom, and that's it. So I was thinking, is that a security problem? Surely not, because it wouldn't be getting fuel from anywhere else. I wasn't spraying carb cleaner in it, so fuel was coming from somewhere. But I don't know if something was cutting the fuel injectors at a split second. But then I got to messing with the fuel pump, or looking at the fuel pump. I'm gonna have to pull the damn bed off this truck, because I went to turn the key, couldn't hear any buildup of pressure in the fuel pump, and it sounds like it has like a type sound in the tank, like maybe something's busted loose or something. I don't know. The gauge isn't reading right. I've got like 7 gallons in the tank, but it's just, I took the line, the delivery line off and put it in a bottle up here, and like keyed ignition on and off like 10 times. And, you know, doing it 10 times, that would put, in this washer fluid bottle, that would put a pretty decent amount in the bottom of it, keying on and off 10 times. But, I mean, there was like, I don't know if you can see in there, but you can see that little bit of fluid. There's a little bit more than that was in there. And it's brown because there was brown stuff in this container. The gas is brand new. It's not brown. That's just the color of what was in this container. But it was like probably double what's in it right there at the bottom. And I know that's nothing that's in there right now. That's like a teaspoon. But what I'm saying is, keying it on and off 10 times, it would have probably filled up maybe that much of the bottom of that bottle. And then I could pull the hose out of the bottle there, and it was just barely dripping. There's nothing. So I'm hoping maybe it's the fuel pump that came with that parts truck. Maybe it's no good. I don't know. It looked like a replacement unit. Maybe it just, who knows how long it sat up. Maybe it just didn't hold up. But I'm gonna have to pull the bed and pull the tank off. I have to get the side-by-side over here, pull the truck back, get the crane right there, sitting right there, pick the bed up here, and then push the truck back this way. Because I don't want to leave this truck out, because every time I seem to do that, it always seems to want to rain or something, and I would hate for it to just come a flood. I'm not saying it will, but it'd be my luck. It just comes a flood when I have this thing out in the open, when it's not really sealed up, not complete. But at least with the bed off, I can check some stuff on the back of the cab, reseal those little air things or something, check the frame. With the bed off, I can tighten up all the bolts on the frame and check everything, recheck my lines and shit. Oh, damn it. But anyway, at least this bed has these little hooks right here I can hook onto. And it's a short bed. But anyway, I'm going to get this bed off. And I guess I'll come back at you whenever I have the bed off and have all this. I can't film doing all that with just me here. If I had somebody to film or hold my phone, I would just let it go. But, I think I only got like maybe 5 or 6 bolts holding this bed on, and then the wire, and then the gas tank over there. It shouldn't take too long. But anyway, I'll come back whenever I have the bed off. Okay. Oh, shit. Well, as you can see, I didn't feel like pulling the bed off. I just took this jack, put it in the top of the fender right there, wheel well, the top of the wheel thing, and pushed up, like just jacked up on it. Left 2 bolts on this side, jacked it up as far as I could, just where I could squeeze under there very dangerously. And sure enough, got a battery, got some wire, touched the fuel pump terminals there, let it spark, even though let it spark with the bare open freaking gas everywhere. Just went ahead and let it spark. First I got it wrong because it was spinning the wrong direction, blowing air. Turned it around and I could hear it act like it was going to blow fuel out. But again, no fuel came out the delivery nozzle there, the big one. No fuel came out of it, but inside the pump you can hear like you hear it whine, then you can hear like a type noise, kind of like it's blowing air out, like the plastic line that connects the fuel pump to this top up here may have split or something. And I'm hoping that this is the reason why this thing won't run. Maybe it just don't have enough fuel pressure to actually fire the injectors or something. I don't know. Because when I first tried starting this thing, there was once or twice, like I said, it'd be like broom, broom. But once or twice, it was like broom. You know, it stayed running for like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds and died. Like, I'm really hoping it's just this fuel issue right here, which obviously this is an issue because if I'm triggering the fuel pump right here with the end completely disconnected, it should be blowing fuel straight out. Like 12-volt source of this thing, it should be blowing fuel on that cab. And nothing came out, not even a drip. So yeah, that is an issue. I'll be damned. So I'll turn the camera back on whenever I get the pump out. And I'm not going to film trying to tap that thing out, and I got enough to worry about. I got 2 pieces of wood under here holding this thing up. It's pretty damn sturdy, but still, it's not safe at all. I wouldn't do this. But anyway, I'll come back at you. Oh, excuse me. I'll come back at you whenever I get the pump out and we can look at it and see what's wrong. Okay, so I got the pump out. It's sitting in this little windshield washer fluid, about that much gas in it. So the bottom is covered in gas. So if it's going to do anything, it will do something. I don't know how well I can do this holding a phone, but let's see. Okay, see it started to go right there? If you watch the top right there, hold on. I'm trying to look through my phone and touch the terminals here. Get that one set about right there. This just, come on. But I don't need to do any more. But you can see the inside in there filled up with fuel. It's constantly filling up with fuel in here, and it's not coming out this tube. So what the hell would cause that? Why would it not come out that tube? Maybe I can unsnap this and pull this out. I mean, is it worth working on this? Or I don't know, is something plugged at the bottom? Or no, it'd have to be plugged at the top because it's not going through this. And I tried to blow and suck, that's what she said. But in all seriousness, I tried to blow through this and suck through this, and it's like freaking stopped up, like nothing gets through there. But there's gas in this line here. I can see the bubbles and stuff. So I don't know, I'm gonna mess with this a little bit more and see what happens. Okay, well, I've been messing around with it, screwing around with it. Whenever I turn it on, this black line right here, it would only come out this black line and spray back out the bottom. Like this line, it's acting like this line is completely stopped up. So I pinched this black line and it just pukes out the top of this thing, it won't even come out this clear line. So I'm just gonna say it's no good. Pump's no good. I mean, it don't really surprise me because who knows how long this parts truck sat up with that pump, and it is a precision fuel pump. Who knows how good it is anyway. But, and I mean, like this rubber right here, it's all gummy and stuff. It's not even rubber anymore. It's just like gummy and sticky. So yeah, I probably just need to get another fuel pump. So who knows when that'll be. I need to, I'll probably just hack that thing up just to drop the top back in that tank so it's not a gaping hole, because I'd like to set the bed back down. I don't know about leaving it like that for longer than a day. It may end up falling for some reason, or I may just leave it like that, who knows. But I need to get this set back in the tank so that way shit don't just fall in it. But anyway, I guess that's going to conclude this video. I could have had it running, but no, I guess the fuel pump just took a shit as I was trying to get it going. I mean, it acted like how it was turning over. It acted like something wasn't. It didn't have enough fuel, because when I hit the gas pedal down, it really didn't want to start. Like there was too much air. And the injectors had to have been firing in order to spray some little bit of fuel into it to get to bump over. So I don't know. I know it's freaking loud with that MagnaFlow muffler under there. It sounds like it can whoop some ass, but I mean, it's just a stock LQ9, a pretty much stock 4L65E with a few modifications done to it. I got like the 4th gear accumulator blocked, the torque converter modulator, whatever thing, where you put the two check balls in to lock it in where it don't have the pulse width. It's supposed to make the torque converter lockup last longer. You know, I did a few modifications that Precision Transmission, in his videos he had, what he did to this. Just a few that I could do. I didn't drill any holes or anything in the plate. I just, blocked the 4th gear accumulator and stuff. It does have a Corvette servo in it. This transmission was rebuilt in 2015. Honestly, when I tore it down to do the 2-wheel drive swap, it didn't really look that bad on the inside. The fluid, when I dropped the original fluid, it was just like barely dark. There was very, very tiny amount of transmission dust in the bottom of the pan, clutch material. Just very tiny amount. Like when I changed the transmission fluid in my mom's truck when it had like 89,000 miles, that had a tiny amount of clutch material, the same as this one. So I mean, the transmission, even in the Escalade, last time I drove it, it shifted fine, no problems at all. But anyway, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this back together the best I can, just to drop it in that tank to seal up that hole in the top of it. And now, since I've dumped 5 good gallons in this thing that I could use for the damn lawnmower, I'll probably have to find a fuel pump, some type of pump. I think there's one of those little clicky-clacky pumps in there to drain this tank, pull the fucking fuel back out, put in them containers, because we're gonna need that for the side-by-sides and the lawnmowers. We did get some rain here, and the grass is starting to poke up and turn green. So I'll be needing to mow the yard. But anyway, thanks for watching. I guess one day, whenever I get the money to get a fuel pump, I'll just get a fuel pump for it, and then we'll start over. But anyway, you guys or gals have a great day or night.